Hi guys, my name is Aaron. Today we're going to be doing a run of Mary's Peak in Oregon in the 2017 GTI. This car is brand new to me. I just picked it up maybe a week and a half ago, and it already has the APR Stage 1 tune, so I should be making about 315 horsepower and about the same in torque, which is pretty monstrous for a front wheel drive only car. Now today is pretty cold. It's about 41 degrees Fahrenheit, about 8 or 9 degrees Celsius, and it is raining not too heavily, but it's drizzling, so we're gonna have to be cautious out there. And if my lens would focus, that'd be really nice. Alright, let's jump in the car. On a day like today, it really makes you appreciate the creature comforts that this car has. My heated seats on, got my climate control. Okay, I'm gonna try and set my phone up just here on the dash so we can get an idea of the speed as I go up Mary's Peak, because it looks deceptively slow with the big wide sloping turns, but you can get going pretty quick here. Let's see if that'll work out. Traffic here, and the phone's gone. Okay, you're not gonna get speed. Nice. First of the banked corners, and it is just the start of the fun. Oh my god. Left, right, and it just repeats. Squirrel! Alright, this is super slippy here. Lighting up the wheels right now at 50 miles an hour. All it takes is just a touch on that pedal and the front wheels are lit up. Hear the sport mode on the gearbox here, just struggling between trying to maintain traction and trying to give the speed that I'm requesting. So if we switch to flappy paddles, that'll make things easier. I'm just going to readjust my steering wheel because that speed measurement didn't work out. Okay, that's a better height for me. Alright, now we can get on it. So third gear, down to second, we're at 5,000 RPM, let's go! Third gear, 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. 80 miles an hour into a 25 mile an hour corner. There goes my phone. We're holding 40 miles an hour around here. Second gear, third gear, 60 miles an hour. Back down to 50, back down to second. Don't go off the edge of the cliff. 3,500 RPM into boost. And a full 300 horses. Third gear, 60 miles an hour, 65 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. 55 down to second, almost at the red line. Through the next one. Second gear, top down. Third gear, 60 miles an hour. Whoa! No, too ambitious. Okay, back down to second. You could probably pin the red line all the way through on second in these in the dry, but in the wet, that's just asking not to have traction. 20 mile an hour corners, 60 miles an hour. If you want to stay in your own lane here, does require some sharp turning even though you're banked. Okay, we're at 60 miles an hour again. This is one you don't want to go off on. Even though you have that little runoff road, there's no way you're making it. You're just dropping into the trees right there. Holding traction, that's as much as you can do. 35 miles an hour in the wet. At 60. Right down to second for this long sweeping right-hander. Flattening it again, third gear. This is about as fast as you're going to go up here. We're up to 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour, 85 miles an hour. It's wicked fast, okay. Now there is a little extra section. corners stop being banked. We're going to take that and just show you what it's like. Going through the trees, so it's pretty scenic and that's fun too. Okay. The great thing about running Mary's Peak is that this is pretty much a one-way road right to the top, so if you run it twice and you don't see any cops the first time, well, then the second time you can go wild. Okay, let's be a bit cautious here too though, without the banked corners. 30 miles an hour, the most you want to run through here is about 45. Okay, lighting up, 50 miles an hour, third gear, traction control's just flashing at me non-stop, just struggling for traction. You got the leaves to contend with here too. Drop all the way down to second for this, sweeps uphill, pretty much a full hairpin really. This is where you miss rear wheel drive to just push you through that corner. Okay, let's get on it a little bit. 40, 50, 60 miles an hour. Yeah, it's that quick. It's about less than 2 seconds to go from 30 to 60 when you're out boost out of the right RPM range. Second, sweeping opening right-hander. Big sweeping left. We're struggling for traction at 60 miles an hour. Alright, yeah, this part definitely not as fun. A lot more nerve-wracking than lower down. Just got bigger drops to contend with, more chances for everything to go wrong. Even in fourth gear at 60 miles an hour, we're struggling for traction today. You can see it's just like a mist pervading the whole place. Alright, 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. Car is warning me about the outside temperature. It's just up to 39 degrees. We are pretty high up here. It's about 2,000 feet already. Stretches to about 4,000 at the top. Let's give the beans while we can. Just no traction today. Fuck. Said that we're moving. We're awesome. Gotta concentrate here. You're gonna hear me go silent. Last time I was up here, there was a lot more leaves. It's just as slippy, even though it was dry. Really gotta concentrate. 50 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. It's just fucking wicked quick, this golf. Brakes hard too. Right now we're running in the custom sport mode, so running flappy paddles. That takes away all the computer for the gearbox and just lets me do my thing. We got sport throttle response, sport fueling, and sport noise mode as well. Yeah, that nice little E888 rumble going on. Pounding out torque through those front wheels. Let's get on it. This part is just amazing. 150 foot tall trees all above you. Just locking you in. Pointing you in the direction of the road. Look at that mist, fuck. It's usually a waterfall right there. Yes, it's been replaced today. Sure, I have my fog lights on. Actually doesn't look as foggy on video as it does in real life. I can't see anything. Let's get on it again. Okay, you can wind the speed here. 60, 70, 80, 90 miles an hour. Alright, again, 60, 70, 80, 85. Right down. You come to second here, but I'm just going to take this corner easy. There's sometimes traffic here. Comforting to know that if you went off right there, nobody would find you for a couple of weeks. It's pretty big, maybe 500 or 1,000 foot drop off that edge. You can't quite tell right now. Enough. Enough. Here, you get the resemblance of those bank corners, but you get a little bit more speed in. before you get to the peak, you got this downhill section. So if you're struggling for grip, you want to be careful right here. Drop to second and not taking any chances. And it's kind of beautiful as well, so it gives you something to look at when you're slowed down. A lot of pine needles here too right now. This is 3rd or 4th of November, so you want to be careful. We'll run this in the summer if we can. My friend. Tempting to stop for a couple of donuts right there on the pine needles, but not right now. Does a really good job of not nannying you. Doesn't bother you too much. Just really does help you to go fast. Nearing the top now. Mary's Peak Scenic Botanical Area. Not going to be able to see anything from the top today, but that doesn't matter because we're only worried about the road. 70, 80, 90 miles an hour. This thing would rip Pikes Peak apart. Hard on it for this last little bit. Third, then second. Tires aren't gripping at all, braking slowly, cornering. It's all gone. Run this cautiously back down. Right now we're at about 4,000 feet. There's the waterfall. This part is always longer than I remember. I think it's because I'm so excited about the lower section that by the time I get here, it's already done. Estimate to get to the top just by a little bit. Let's see what the oil temperature is at in this car. 225, okay. Notice that it's cold today. I was expecting it to get hot after working it up this hill. Kind of amazed by the drivability on this APR tune too. It's wicked quick. There's a massive punch of torque. So with this big front wheel drive, you don't really get the speed in first and second gear. You know the torque is there. It's not really doing much for you besides spinning the wheels. Then once you get into third, my god, the power that you have on the tap is just insane. So So when I got it, it seemed like the fuel economy was still just as good, but I think I was being optimistic. Really, we're seeing like a 5 to 10 mile per gallon drop on average. But that could just be because I'm absolutely cooling the car too. It's fucking beautiful here. Excuse my language. Whoa, white out. I'm gonna slow down, I can't see anything at all. This isn't even just fog anymore, we're actually in the clouds right now. And that is snow on the trees, holy shit. That's cool. Okay. 33 degrees, yeah, we just hit freezing for real. And I think it might have been snowing up here earlier. Fucking hell, that's gorgeous though. I don't think you can, well, I'm sure you can get this in other parts of the States, but I've never seen anything like this back home. Holy shit, am I glad that I came here. I'm glad that I'm filming this for, well, definitely for me, maybe for you guys. Oh my god, look at this. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's all I can say. I've never seen anything like this. Have they plowed the road? How is it so clear still? Bunch of, whoa, there's way more people up here than I expected. Every time I've come up here it's been empty. There goes my plan of doing donuts. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I did. Yeah, look out for more videos in the future. It's just snow everywhere. Really? Okay, bonus footage time. I forgot I brought my drone up here, so why not fly it? Okay, wow. It is cold up here. I just got out to fly my drone. It was way too windy. Took off, but as soon as I started heading up the peak, it was just getting blown all over the place, and even sport mode was barely counteracting it, so took it back in. But wow, I'm gonna drive back down and I'm just gonna record what it looks like here again because it is fucking amazing. Go. Rear window heater needs to be on.
Right onto Mary's Peak Road.
I'm on it. Is it risky to go for an overtake right now? Yep. Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it?